The sisters found Father Saren's dead vessel that morning right where I left him, his eyes turned to the ceiling. His blood had melted into the stones like black iron, dragging him down into the hell he deserved. The sisters came into our damp dorm rooms, racked with panic, their cries echoing in the halls. The boys rubbed their eyes as the sisters screamed Father Saren's name through the corridors of the school. I sat in my bed and watched. I hadn't gone back to sleep. My clothes were still damp from the baptism of death. Cleve stared at me with drowsy eyes, his soul robbed of sleep. I didn't know what he had seen. It didn't matter. Father Saren wouldn't be touching him ever again. And Cleve was in no hurry to talk to anyone about what I had seen. His terror and embarrassment would keep him silent. We marched our tired feet into the kitchen. As we passed the window, I turned toward the pond, looking for Father Saren's black soul hovering above the water. I didn't wonder what would become of me if anyone ever found out about what I had done. The police had made their way to the rectory, had searched through our campus to find clues as to what had happened to Father Saren. But by the time they came, the sisters had scrubbed the blood from the floor and had moved Father Saren to the chapel to prepare his body. No one questioned it. They buried Father Saren by the pond in an unmarked grave. I feel safe in knowing that God had protected me, had shrouded me in an invisible cloak. He had used their own sins against them. I knew eventually I would join the angels in heaven. After a month, the orphanage found a new priest to take over the job as headmaster. Father Benaldus was a pious and generous man with a full and heavy laugh, who greeted all of us on his first day with blessings and the largest and best meal we had had in years. I loved him immediately and wondered what God intended to show me with this wild paradox. Father Benildus broke our days up into sections with only a few hours' work in the fields. He could see that we were all desperately behind in our studies.